Handling emotional or sentimental items is part of everyone's lifestyle. Also, if you're pursuing extreme lifestyle like a one-bag life. That's why this video is all about how you can handle these emotional or sentimental items for an extreme lifestyle like a one-bag life. And at the end of the video, I will give you my single best tip on which emotional or sentimental items you should definitely keep for any kind of lifestyle, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. So don't miss out. For all of you who are new to my channel, I'm Sven, just an extreme minimalist with less than 150 possessions, whose biggest desire is to live his whole life out of just one carry-on sized backpack. So if you end up liking the video, don't forget to subscribe and like, but most important, share a comment with your thoughts at the end of the video and join me on my journey towards a true one-bag life and to find out how an extreme minimalist lifestyle looks like. And also, don't forget about the weekly one-bag life community post that is posted with this video. But I would say, let's get started. How would you handle your emotional or sentimental items when you would start pursuing an extreme lifestyle like a one-bag life? That's actually the question that I ask myself very, very often, because as you maybe know, if you're pursuing a one-bag life, you just have a very limited amount of space, maybe just in one bag. So you definitely need to think about how to handle these emotional or sentimental items. Because as I already mentioned, you will definitely have them as well when you're pursuing an extreme lifestyle like a one-bag life. So finding a workaround for these to put everything in your bag that you still want to carry is a very, very important thing. The very first thing you should do is make sure that you actually know what is an emotional or sentimental item. Because honestly, some items that you might think of right now are emotional or sentimental to you are actually not. Because most of the times, yes, we connect memories to them, but when you really think about it, they are not so important like some other things that you have at home where you definitely know, oh wow, there are a lot of emotions and good memories connected to them. So make sure you know what is really an emotional or sentimental item and what is just not something you just connect some memories to it. And now it's time to think about the most important people in your life. Maybe your parents, your partner, or your best friends. Because these will be the people that will give you or will give you the most important memories and also the most important emotional and sentimental items. And especially for a one-bag life, because you know you don't have a lot of space in your bag, you should definitely keep these things first. So make sure that you collect everything that you have from these most important people in your life and put that aside for a moment so that you know these are the things that you might want to definitely keep. After that, it's time to deal with the rest, I would say, of the emotional or sentimental items that you have at home. So everything except the things that you get from your most important people in your life, put that in a box or something and try to put it away to a place where you not often go to or what you not often look after. Because then you will realize what is really, really an emotional or sentimental item to you. Because then you can easily grab that item back and put it in the other place where the other things are from the most important people in your life. So try to find a way how you make sure that, as I said in the beginning, that you find a way to make sure that you really only have these items that have a really strong emotional connection to you. So by putting them away, you will definitely find out if they are so important or not. And now I guess you would think about I'm saying that you should digitalize everything. But honestly, I don't think you should do it. Yes, it is a valid way to keep some memories, but honestly, most of the times I digitalize images, I think I would never see them again because they sit on a USB drive or an SSD drive and I will rarely look at them again. I honestly think when you have very, very important things to your own personal person, I would say, then you should definitely keep a physical copy of that, because that will be the things that you will look after more or much more often than your digitalized prints or pictures or whatever it is. So yes, you can digitalize the things that are maybe not so important or emotional to you, but the things that are really emotional and sentimental items, I would suggest you definitely keep a physical copy of them, just because you will look much more often for it and it's much more rewarding to look at them, especially when these other files are just stored on a USB drive or SSD, as I mentioned. And lastly, maybe the best way how you can handle emotional or sentimental items for a one-bag life is to make sure that you only get these things in a format that you want to have without sacrificing anything from your lifestyle. And what I mean with that is technically you just can say to your friends, oh, maybe you can give me some pictures from our last trip. Or maybe you like keychains and collect them and put them into a box or whatever it is. So you need to find a way how you want to receive these emotional or sentimental items in the best way possible, so you can you won't sacrifice less things in your bag or space in your bag. So try to find that way. For me it is physical pictures, but in the end it doesn't matter at all as long as it is the way that you want to have it and the easiest way that you, as I said, not need to sacrifice anything from your one bag life. As you can see, handling these emotional or sentimental items is a crucial part when you start pursuing a one bag life. Because as I already mentioned, you will definitely have these items, but you still can find a way if you make sure to know what are these sentimental or most important sentimental items to you, that you can find a workaround to even put them with the limited amount of space that you have in your bag always with you. Just make sure you find a way and you find these very important items so you can make as much of the space inside of your bag free for these most important items to you. But now that you know how you can handle your emotional or sentimental items while pursuing a one bag life, here is my single best tip on which sentimental or emotional items you should definitely keep for any kind of lifestyle, even if you're not pursuing a one bag life. And these should be the emotional or sentimental items from the persons that are most important to you in your life. So maybe your family, your partner, or your best friends. Because honestly, these are the people that you want to keep the stuff because they are, as I said, the most important people in your life. I guess you will connect with them the most or the best, I would say, memories, and maybe the happiest as well. And that's why I think you should keep these things definitely. And yes, for sure, you will have more things from other people, other friends or whatever it is. But I can tell you, after some time, you don't think much about these things anymore. There are maybe some reminders, but I would say keeping the things in your limited amount of space that you have in your bag should be from the people that are most important to you in your life. And at the end, these are always the people you still want to remember in the coming years and hopefully until the end of your life. So keep the space for the most important people in your life, and then I can say, or I won't promise you, but I'm very sure that you will have enough space in your bag or maybe in your whole life to keep just the things from the most important people. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and like, but most important, share a comment down below with the emotional or sentimental things that you will definitely keep. The next video will be about my journey from becoming a minimalist to then an extreme minimalist and now pursuing a one bag life. In the meantime, you can watch my last video where I show you how you can handle it if two persons have very, very different lifestyles. And as always, don't forget about the weekly one bag life community post that is posted with this video. But as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.